Hello, this is Jan16 and today I thought I would do a review. I got a couple lined up to do today because it's a nice day outside and I thought I'd spend all day inside and do reviews. So here we have a Bachmann G2A. This is the latest one that Bachmann have released. I think they brought them out back in 2009, 2010. I've also done a review on Railway Modeler UK, and I'll put a link in the description to that. But I've always liked these engines, and I've always called them the Super Ds, and they really are nice locos. So this one's a weathered version, which I nearly bought one a couple of years ago at a show. And then Bachmann announced that they was doing, well, they put it in their 2015 or 16 catalogue, that they was doing this one weathered with early emblem, where they've done a weathered one before, but with late emblem. So I was really pleased that they was doing this because I do prefer early than late. The model is brilliant, smooth running, can easily handle my 30 wagon freight and possibly more. But there's a special freight being built up for this one, and I've already started getting some of the wagons. I'm doing it from a picture. The picture I'll put in the end of the video, if I can find it. But it's going to be a good freight, and it's ideal with this loco. The loco in the picture is not the same one as I got it here, but that's okay for now. And it's going to be an interesting freight. A lot of people would see it and say, well, that ain't right, surely. But when you see the picture, you see what I mean. So yeah, it's a really nice locomotive. Runs really smooth. I haven't really had that many Bachmann engines over the years, but just lately I've been buying quite a few. And I do want to get a version of this unweathered, just plain black. I think that'd be nice. I do have actually, if I can just grab it, I saw it here somewhere. I picked this up from a model shop, my local model shop, Antics in Gloucester, and I paid £5 for it. I'll move the camera, if I just move the camera back a second. Now, this is one I picked up from the model shop, second hand, no tender with it, sadly. But a fiver, you can't go wrong. It's a white metal shell, and the chassis is all right. It's a non-runner, and I have no plans to rebuild it or anything. What I'm going to do is weather this one up, and this will be in a siding with a few other engines in the future anyway. And I just wanted to show you this a bit quick because if I put them side by side, there's some differences. I think the one's scratch built and the other's not. They look basically the same. One feature I didn't like with this Bachmann model though, it didn't come with the tender cab, because these were known to go in tender first a lot more than other locos. So what they would do would put an extra bit of the cab on here to protect the driver and fireman or the crew from running backwards, because they used to work between iron ore mines and coal mines and that. They didn't just turn the engine around on a turntable. They just ran around the train, picked up the wagons and went back tender first. And that's one of the features I want to do with one of these. Not this one though, because like I said, this one is going to be with a special freight that's being built for it. But if I do get another with the tender cab, I will recreate that with a coal train, because another coal train needs to be added to my collection. Another 4 or 5. I've only got one of them. I got 2, but the one is completely finished, nearly. Just needs the coal added. The other is a smaller coal train for smaller locos. But no, I'm really pleased with this model. Let me just stand up here. Sorry if the camera's shaking. Show you some of the detail. As you can see, brilliant detail under the boiler here. That's really nice to have. And I don't know what this is here. It's like a oil patch or something. I think that's just a mess up on the weathering where it's like flaked off a bit. But it's alright. It doesn't really bother me that much. What I do really like about the weathering is the rust here. You can just see it faintly. You can see it better in person. And it's also around the chassis of the tender. And that's another thing I like with these models is the tenders. They really look old. And I'm not too sure when these locos were built, but I really do like the tenders on them. Cab detail as well, you can see the orange rust a bit better. Also up here on the boiler as well. That's a really nice feature. There's the early crest and some vacuum pipes at the back. Like I said, this one will go in one direction, so I might take the coupling off this one. But I do usually just put them in a tray where I can swap them over. One thing I didn't know what this was for was this bit here, the fence on the tender. Now, my guesses are it's for tours, where they would put their tours and that with the coal. Also, the coal load, I don't change them over on the tenders or the engines, but I would like that to be a smaller coal load maybe. But it's a really nice logo. I really recommend it. I'm pretty sure you can still get this model. If I was the kind of person who renumbered a lot of logos, I probably would have bought another 2 of them because I would just renumber them, but I don't do that. I'd probably get someone to do it, but it's time and money, and I'll just wait until they release another. I should be able to get the late one because I have saw it at a couple of shows, and I've never bought it just because I've already bought most of the stuff there. But yeah, I'll get that sorted. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'm pretty sure I haven't done this one before. That's one thing I've got to check first. But he will be in the next running video that's coming in August, end of August time. And that will be all heavy freight, so no passenger trains whatsoever in that video. So thanks for watching, and I'll get on and start doing another review today.